An ICT policy of 2004. Now, after 2004, a lot of changes have taken place, several sectors, and trying to link them up. Some, as mentioned by Mr. R.S. Sharma in the morning, both Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra have put in the UID framework on basis of which other applications are being tagged to that so as to make them really robust and deduplicate all the bogus and fake beneficiaries so as to target it better. So here we are going to discuss as to how we should go ahead in framing our ICT policy with respect to e-governance part. Because here every department is trying to do something. We have, you name a department, they have one or two e-governance applications, maybe more, maybe like every department has something. But each of the departments are working in different silos. They are not talking to each other. Some are doing the workflow processing, some are doing transactions, some are just trying to monitor the progress of various projects, some are trying to do the provide services through various applications, whether eDistrict is one good example where services of revenue department has been, few of the services have been given online. Similarly, under eMunicipality, health department is providing birth and death certificate online. But then the application, though the process is similar, but then it is not yet integrated. So here we are talking of all the databases are linked together and they talk to each other. But for that we need to have a lot of security with respect to data management, because if you do not have security, then this data could be misused by the barriers. So how do we go about it? That is the big challenge. As I mentioned in my welcome speech, that we need to break the silo. How do we break the silo? Like for example, in the EPIC electoral registers, most of us have registered as voters, and most of us also got photo ID card. Now, if you go to the site of eODISHA in our state, you can just give your name and first name, last name, and you can see, and the district in which you belong, and you can get your district. But whether more than one, like they have registered their names in more than one constituency, they must voluntarily declare, and whether our technology can actually make it happen, that if they are merged, then you can find out the duplicates. So since as I was analyzing the data of Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation, we found that there are about 200,000 ration cards, and these 200,000 ration cards relate to about 85,000 holdings and about 60,000 water connections, but there are about 2 lakh electricity connections. So in one city of Bhubaneswar you have different and all relate to one households. So maybe there are certain gaps and certain things which are not being covered, but then how can you have so much disparate gap between water connection, electricity connection, ration card, holding these things, and if we go for photo ID card, of course there is no family there, but even then there is, you will see that the number may be different. Number may be quite quite different, not near to any of these databases. So in such a scenario where there is so much chaos, how do we pinpoint? Our idea is that if we go for one particular denominator, like the UID or the National Population Register number, which is also unique, then we can combine these databases and make these databases talk to each other. Then there is So we are in the process of getting the national population register for the ration card, because new ration card needs to be given, and because old ration card has been given 16 years back, many families have grown, broken, become more families. People need ration card, and we found that more than 20% people do not have ration cards as of today, and maybe there are about 10% duplicate ration cards in a pilot study in a district, especially NPR, for which data was available. With the eODISHA which will come in a year, in about 2 years time, we are hoping that by end of 2014, our eODISHA registration will be complete. So, speed at which it is going with the NPR authorities, they are doing the census authorities, they are doing the eODISHA. We are hoping that it will take about 2 years time to complete the entire registration and issue of ration card. So before that, since we have the NPR which is available with the census but not made available to the state, we could think of linking all this. Similarly, in different projects, road projects, for example, there are different agencies who are making roads from the national highway to PWD to RT to Panchayat Raj department at the Panchayat Samiti level and also at the Panchayat level. So all these roads, maybe these roads get, especially there is a lot of confusion at the Panchayat Samiti and Panchayat level roads, where people, these agencies, they keep on adding projects for the same road, giving name of one village to another, X village to Y village is one road and Y village to X village is another road. So this kind of thing is going on. So how do we, so for that we need to have standards of nomenclature, whether it is individual's name or whether it is road or whether it is this thing, and these standards need to be notified and all the stakeholders need to be educated about these standards. Otherwise it is very difficult to make the databases talk to each other, because different people have different applications and they are, when they are taking up projects, they are adding, like doing a transaction, but this transaction cannot be collected if you do not have standardization on this. So there is a need for standardizing this kind of nomenclature when we go for eGov application. And coding is also another aspect. If you do not code our administrative units, the names of the district is also not same in many departments. The name will be for a district will be in some format, some spelling in another department it may be in another format. So we need to have uniform codes, uniform names at least for administrative units, so that it becomes easy for everybody to work on that. So those are the things I thought I will flag this issue before I